Hello, it's Tuesday, January the 14th, 2020. I'm in the French city of Nantes and I'm going to spend 10 days cycling to the small village of La Salette in central France, where I'll be spending a couple of months working on an organic farm. The weather today is really awful. There's a storm currently going over northern Europe, but I've only got a 25-mile cycle ride along the Loire today. I'm cycling to a town called Nantes, so it's only about 4 hours cycle ride today. In my last video, when I cycled from Roscoff down to Nantes, I mentioned about Nantes being a very bicycle friendly city, and it's got a really good network of cycle lanes. So I'm following the Loire cycle route eastwards, so all you have to do is find the north bank of the River Loire and just keep following the signs. The Loire cycle path forms part of an even longer cycle path known as the Vélo 6. Across Europe there's a big network of long distance cycle paths. So the Vélo, which I cycled last week, that's part of the Vélo 1, and that actually starts up in Norway and goes all the way down to Portugal. And this is Vélo 6, which is probably the most iconic cycle route. It's about 2,800 miles long and it goes through 10 countries. It starts on the French Atlantic coast and then heads all the way to Romania and finishes at a town called Constanta in Romania on the coast of the Black Sea. So one summer, that would be a really nice cycle route. Obviously in summer it's a lot different than this. This is like the super highway of cyclists, but today I've got the cycle path to myself, which is quite nice. Just arrived in the centre of Nantes. This is it. This is the very nice chateau right by the river. I don't have very far to travel to my hotel. It's just over there. It's called the Residence Les Douves. So I'm going to go in now, dry my clothes out, and then look for the supermarket. Then tomorrow morning I'll be carrying on along the river. Wednesday the 14th of January. It's another damp day, unfortunately. I think it's brightening up this afternoon, but today I've just got a short cycle ride to the next town of Chalon-sur-Loire. Just arrived in Chalon-sur-Loire It's a little town by the river, about 20 miles from Angers, which is where I'll be going tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to have a little look in the town centre and then find my hotel. Thursday the 16th of January. Today I'm cycling to the city of Angers. The chateau at Angers is one of my favourite chateaus along the River Loire. Another chateau I really like is at Chinon, although that's not strictly on the Loire, it's on the River Vienne, which is quite close to the Loire. It's one of the tributaries. But I really like these two castles because a lot of the castles along the Loire, they're 18th century or thereabouts. They look very attractive, but there's not much history behind them. Whereas the chateaux at Angers and Chinon, these are old medieval fortresses and they're very steeped in history. For example, the chateau at Chinon is where Joan of Arc met King Charles VII in 1429 during the 100 Years' War. And it was from there that she marched to Orleans to defeat the English army with the French army. So I've been to Chinon a couple of times before, but I'm going there again in 2 or 3 days' time, so that'll be quite a nice day. One of the reasons I like cycling in countries like France and Germany is because quite often there's a dedicated cycle path going right into the centre of the city, and I think Angers is no exception. I believe this path goes all the way into the centre and up to the chateau. So I think I just follow the river all the way now into the city centre. Just over there on the other bank, just after the bridge, I can just see the chateau. So nearly in the city centre now. This is the 13th century chateau of Angers. I'm not going to visit it today because I want to go to my hotel. It's about 2 miles on to the east, the eastern outskirts of Angers. So I'm just going to go there today and unpack all my kit, and then tomorrow morning I'll be coming down to the chateau to have a look around. Friday the 17th of January. So I've just found out that it's not pronounced Angers, it's actually pronounced Angers. I've been pronouncing it Angers for years. People must have known what I was talking about. So anyway, from now on I'm going to call it Angers. So I'm just on the way to the castle. It's opening time now, so I'm just going to have a look around the castle and then look at other sites around the old town. Here I am in the gardens of the castle. There's a chapel over in one of the corners of the castle, and I've read about a tapestry they have here. There was a tapestry that was made in the 14th century, and it was known as the Tapestry of the Apocalypse, and it depicts the story in the book of Revelations. It's the story of bad versus good. And I'm hoping I can get to see it. I'm not sure if it's close to the public at the moment, but it'll be interesting to have a look at that. This is the Tapestry of the Apocalypse. It's had a pretty rough life. I think when it was originally made, it was about 140 meters long, but it's been badly treated over the years, but it's been restored, and I think there's just over 100 meters of it left. So, considering it's several hundred years old, it is still in very good condition. I'm just going to have a look at the views from the castle while the sun is out. So this castle dates back to the early 13th century, although there's evidence that people have been living here since the Neolithic, because it's a large outcrop of rock overlooking the River Main, It's always been used for defensive purposes. So the Gauls had a fort here, and then the Romans had one afterwards. It's nearly half a kilometre long, the whole enclosure of the castle. There's 17 towers, and these are about 30 metres high. This is the chapel. I'm just going to go into the old town now, have a look at some of the old medieval houses and the nearby cathedral. This is a house near to the chateau that was built in 1400. And this is the cathedral. So time to head back to the hotel and get ready for my little trip tomorrow along the Loire River. Saturday the 18th of January. Today I'm leaving Angers. I'm heading back down to the Loire River and the Eurovelo 6, and then I'll be continuing on towards a town called Saumur. It's about 30 miles away, I think. There is a cycle path that goes from the centre of Angers southeast back down towards the river. It seems quite well signposted, so I'm going to follow that. That cycle path was a little bit windy and zigzaggy, so I've just got onto the D952, which is a really nice straight road heading straight for the river. Just arrived at the River Loire again, so I'll be following the river for the rest of the day now. I thought I'd better come off the D952. It's got some nice views, but it's getting a little bit busy now. So I'm back on the Eurovelo 6 route, which is slightly more away from the river, but I'll be crossing over the river soon, so I should get some nice views then. Just approaching Nantes Matarine-sur-Loire, I think it's pronounced, but this is where I can cross the river over to the south bank now. So according to Wikipedia, the River Loire is the longest river in France. It's 1,012 kilometers long, which is about 628 miles. And its source is in the Massif Central in the Ardèche region. And of course its most famous region of the Loire is the Chateau region between Nantes and Orléans. Unfortunately, in winter, a lot of the chateaux are closed. But if I ever do the Eurovelo 6 in its entirety, I'll probably do that in the summer, and then I can visit all the chateaux. I think I crossed back over to the north bank here, so I'm just going to have a little break before carrying on to Saumur. It's quite close now, I think. I think the weather forecast is looking good for the next few days, which is good news. I'm just approaching the outskirts of Saumur, but my hotel is just outside, it's just to the northwest. So I'm just going to go up there tonight and go to a supermarket nearby. There's a lovely chateau in the town on the other side of the river, but I'll be seeing that tomorrow morning because it's on my route to my next stop, which is Chinon. So I'll be having a look at the Chateau of Saumur when I go there, but for now I'm just going to go up to my hotel.